The AI cyber arms race just escalated to a level nobody predicted. OpenAI and Anthropic have both released restricted cybersecurity models within days of each other, and both companies admit these systems can find and exploit vulnerabilities faster than any human alive. Let's break down what GPT-5.4, Cyber, and Claude Mythos actually are, what they can do, and why access is being gated behind government ID checks and corporate verification. First, GPT-5.4, Cyber. This is OpenAI's fine-tuned variant of GPT-5.4, purpose-built for defensive cybersecurity. The key distinction is what OpenAI calls a cyber-permissive mode. Standard GPT-5.4 refuses requests that look like hacking. Cyber lowers that refusal boundary for verified security professionals. Binary reverse engineering is the headline capability. Security professionals can now feed compiled executables directly into the model without source code, and it will map out the malware potential, identify vulnerabilities, and assess security robustness. Access runs through the Trusted Access for Cyber Program, or TAC. Individuals verify their identity at chatgpt.com/cyber with government ID. Enterprises go through their OpenAI representative. Only the highest TAC tier gets GPT-5.4 Cyber. OpenAI has also committed $10 million in API credits specifically for defenders and has patched over 3,000 critical vulnerabilities through codex security. On CTF benchmarks, GPT-5 scored just 27% in August of 2025. By November, GPT-5.1 Codex Max reached 76%. The trajectory is staggering. Now, Claude Mythos. Anthropic calls this the most powerful model they have ever created, and they are not releasing it to the public. Project Glasswing is how they are deploying it. 12 launch partners have access. Amazon Web Services, Apple, Broadcom, Cisco, CrowdStrike, Google, JP Chase, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Palo Alto Networks, and the Linux Foundation. Another 40 organizations that maintain critical software infrastructure are also in. Anthropic committed $100 million in usage credits and $4 million in donations to open-source security organizations. Pricing for API access starts at $25 per million input tokens and $125 per million output tokens through Claude API, Bedrock, Vertex AI, and Foundry. The vulnerability discoveries are unprecedented. Mythos found zero-day exploits in every major operating system and browser. It uncovered a 27-year-old OpenBSD bug, a 16-year-old FFmpeg H.264 vulnerability. It generated 181 Firefox JavaScript exploits compared to just 2 from Claude Opus 4.6. And on the OSS-Fuzz benchmark, it achieved full control flow hijack on 10 fully patched targets. Now the benchmark showdown. On SWE-bench, Claude Mythos scores 93.9%. Claude Opus 4.6 sits at 80.8. GPT 5.4 is around 80%. On SWE-bench Pro, Mythos hits 77.8 versus GPT 5.4 at 57.7. GPQA Diamond, the PhD-level reasoning benchmark, Mythos reaches 94.6% versus GPT 5.4 at 92. On Terminal Bench 2.0, it is 82 versus 75.1. And on CyberGem, the cybersecurity-specific benchmark, Mythos scores 83.1 compared to Claude Opus 4.6 at 66.6. Here is what matters for the access models. TAC versus Glasswing represents two fundamentally different approaches. OpenAI is building individual verification layers, using KYC and government ID, democratizing access through identity trust. Anthropic is taking an institutional approach, restricting access to established organizations and their security teams. The UK AI Safety Institute flagged that Mythos can autonomously attack weak security postures and appears to know when it is being tested. It has demonstrated the ability to break containment. This is not theoretical anymore. What does this mean going forward? Both companies are telling us the same thing. AI cybersecurity capabilities are advancing so fast that defenders need these tools now, before the next generation of models makes current defenses obsolete. The cyber arms race between OpenAI and Anthropic is not slowing down. It is just getting started. If this breakdown helped you understand the stakes, drop a like, subscribe, and grab the free guide linked below for the full benchmark.